Hello, Willow. It's good to see you here, honey. Oh, I'm trying to find my. There we go. How are you today, Willow? Might hear a little yapper in the background. Somebody's got their little dog tied outside. Uh, mm. Hi, Susan. It's good to see you here. I've already got the suede and everything put on the blank cuff. Okay, can't hear the yapper, so the noise reduction in StreamYard is actually working. That's really good. But like I said, I've already got the suede put on here. What I what I've used to put darn it to put this suede on is like a bond. What I do is I take my um my suede and I cut it because this one here is I believe it's a what size are these? Okay. There's somebody trying to come in the room already. Okay. This is what I used. It's a 1/2 inch blank. Hi Mo. Nice to see you. This is a 1/2 inch blank. And what I do with my blanks is I write the number of, the beads that will go on it. And this one usually will take seven of my Miyuki round Lebanos. So I wrote 7 on there. And as you can see here, it's 1/2 inch. So what I do is I cut just barely over 1/2 inch. So that way when it wraps, I wrap it around and then I use bond. You can use E6000 or you can use needle and thread, sew it together. But I've noticed that when needle and thread is used, it leaves the center part kind of bumpy. And my bond that I use, I get it from the leather store. But anyway, it helps my beads lay flat on top. This is my own design, y'all. It's really pretty. And of course, I don't loom stitch these because I feel that looming one of these doesn't make it very sturdy because if you go like this with a loom beading, pull it like this, unless you go back through, do zigzag going through the beads to stabilize it, it's going to come apart. These beads will spread apart. So I use a square stitch to do my cuff bracelets. Um, Turn out pretty good and they last longer. But that's how I put my suede on one of these blanks. Then of course, Mama Sandy got me one of these. She got me one of these when I started selling jewelry. Because of course, we get our cuff bracelets that come in a little wonky and all that. And then she showed me how to reform, how to reshape. And she's such a blessing in my life. And I'm really grateful that she taught me how to do that. So what I've already started doing, of course, you guys know I hide my knots. I start from one end. I really do. It's a little easier for me to start from one end. Some people start from the middle, but I prefer to start from the end. It's easier for me to hide my knots from beginning to end when I do this. And I take my needle and I go in between the two little slits that are still here. And I come up and over And then of course I burn my knot so that way it'll stay. And then I just go through the beads, each one on each end. When I come to the side, I don't know if it's too bright. Let me turn this light off. I don't know if you can see it. Let's let it focus. Or if it's just too bright. Okay, there we go. What I do when I come to this side after going through each one, I come down through here and then I bring my needle over to the side, through the slit, through the side, and every 2 rows, I go through every 2 rows to hold it down, to tack it down. And it's a pretty good hold, and it's a pretty common um, whip stitch that we all do to hold our beadwork on our cuffs. But I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to sew it on, and later on I will do a how to put them on this and how to shape. I have Yes, what she's talking about is this needle is called a Glover, and it's like cut 3 times on each side to make a diamond point, and these are made for leather. I use a size 10. There are other, numerous sizes. I think they go up all the way up to a size, just like a beading needle. Um, they the smaller the size, the smaller the tip, the smaller the needle, but I think these go all the way up to a size 8. Yes, Willow, that's exactly what I'm doing. So let's see if it stays focused. And what oh God, here we go again. I think my bronchitis is coming back, y'all. I hope not. As you can see here, my thread is coming out right here, and I'm going to skip this thread and take my needle up through there, pull it back just a little bit to go in between those 2 beads. And then I pull it tight so that way it'll stay. That's what I'm going to be doing all the way around until I come to the end so I can show you how I do the end. But no, I just wanted to come live. I haven't come live for a while. And I also wanted to let everybody know that the artist cell has been moved to June 8th, it's for unforeseen circumstances, but that's why we're not live today. So it gives me time to catch up on some of the beadwork that I sold last week to be able to go home to my reservation. And it's good to use, a nice suede, not a thick leather, because as you can see, I've really got to go through this. Somewhere along the way, I know that I'm going to be using my handy dandy thimble. And the reason why you see the thimble looking that color is because, yes, our needles, even though they may be stainless steel, just like our jewelry, can get a little dirty. And I believe I've had that one since I made one live. It's been a couple of years now. And while I'm going along, I continue to, just make sure that my my work is still at the same measurement that I had started with because it will move. And probably, as you can see, it does take a lot to get through the suede even. This is a durable suede. It is actually split deer hide, which is the softest and the most thinnest part of the hide. And I just I really love, the way it feels. I've had people tell me that it's so comfortable. They've bought some that got like the really, really thin suedes, like ultra suedes, and they said that they've never felt anything softer than this. I have it in white, I have it in black, I have it in tan, I have it in cream color, I have it in, just about the only color I don't have is my turquoise anymore. I used it up, and it's, you know, it's very comfortable to wear. I will not use a processed type of hide on m many of my beadwork. I don't know if anybody realizes that processed hide doesn't have a very nice smell to it. It's because of all the chemicals that they use. Okay, I'm getting ready to use my handy dandy here. I've had this guy for a while. The tips are starting to come off. Sounds like the littles are all coming out to play in the neighborhood here. I love hearing children play outside. And the reason why I'm moving it is because it's the hide that moves, it's not the beadwork. And once you get it tacked down, you can move the hide just a little bit. It's on there snug, but still it will move. There we go. Peanut, it's only children playing. And you can use, your beading thread to just sew these on. You don't have to use a specific type of thread. It it'll hold. I see that I got some of my plant dirt up underneath my nails. I got my babies in my room. I call them my babies, other than my fur babies. Peanut finally hears the neighbor's got a puppy and they're teaching it to be outside every now and then. That's why I was worried about the little yapper. Okay. You always want to make sure you get behind the thread instead of going through. Thank you to the 4 who are here. Okay, it moved again. It moves when I tighten the thread, so because I'm pulling it. There's that cute little dog barking its little head off out there. Oh, I hear my grandkids outside. Oh no. Peanut, are you gonna have puppies underneath there? No, Peanut can't have puppies. As soon as we got her, we had her fixed. She's a happy little camper that way. But she does complain a lot. You can ask my son. Peanut. And as you can see, it don't take long to get around. It really doesn't. Willow, did you get your beads? I like those frosted bugle beads. They are so pretty. I asked her why she sent me so many because I still have a lot. Apparently, they over ordered. And then she says, that's what happens when you leave your husband to order everything for you. Nope, she went BRB. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. We got sunshine here. I'm very happy that we finally got some sunshine after a lot of weather. Okay, what I'm going to do is go in between the whoops, almost hit my coffee cup. I got to make sure this still lays to the side. And then before I start tacking the end down, I just continue to pull the leather. And yes, always have clean hands when you're working with the white. If not, it'd be a catastrophe. Can you see it moving? You can. But as you tack this around, it snugs more your suede actually snugs more around the cuff. Okay, since I'm coming out through the bottom right here, I don't know if you can see that. Did that one come in? There we go. Lighten it up a little. But my thread is coming out the top of this. I went up underneath, and now I'm going to go in between each of the bead here. Uh-oh. What happened? Give me a minute. Okay, gotta fix that. I'm going to go up in between each bead. Come back down around so I can go in between each bead. And this one here, I pull through the hide first, or the suede. I try not to go through the threads. Because all I'm doing is just tacking it on, sewing it down. Excuse me. Okay, Now that I'm at my last bead, I'm going to take my needle and then count 1. I'm going to go like this, pull it through. Turn my work around. I'm going to go up through this side right here. Then again, I'm going to skip every 2 threads going up through here. And I shouldn't have to worry about it sliding anymore because both ends are sewed on, and my hide's not going to because it comes around like that and it tightened it. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of beading. When I first started doing these, I would get so frustrated because the hide would move, and then I had somebody explain to me, "It's going to move, so you've got to keep, working with it." And I'm happy I learned. So hopefully, my grandson will be graduating high school in 2 years. So hopefully, I'll be able to show you guys how to do a beaded graduation cap. It's going to be a blessing for me to do one for him. So don't worry about it getting, out of shape or anything like that while you're doing this because you can always reform it. But yeah, I'm going to be more likely beading his graduation cap. The materials and everything that'll be needed. We'll have that all prepared. Our native people fought long and hard to be able to wear our beautiful things like that for, a milestone in our life. And he will be earning his first eagle feather, graduating high school. Not there, that's the one Grandpa will be doing. And I'm glad I live in a state where they do allow him to wear his first eagle feather during graduation. We open the door for other cultures to be able to wear their, cultural attire and things like that during their ceremony. It is a ceremony, so they should be allowed to wear, their, what we would wear during a ceremony. But when I made this design, I'm be honest with you guys, I was thinking heavy and hard of my children. Very hard. That's why you see 5 diamonds. This is not a God's eye. It is 5 diamonds. When we do God's eyes, you see multiple colors in it. But these are just actual diamonds. And I was thinking of my children while doing this, while making it. And after I finished, I was like, "There's 5 diamonds." Yeah. But a lot of my own designs, when I make them, I'm actually thinking of a lot of loved ones. Matter of fact, Willow, there is one piece that I did, and you were really not feeling so good, and I had you on my mind. And uh, ouch, it turned out really beautiful. Let me see if I have it on my phone. I don't think I brought my phone up. No, I didn't. Darn it. Oh well, that thing's been wonky lately. But anyway, I didn't realize that I had um, done a shape of, the actually, it was a pussy willow. The little fuzzy part, I did not realize I had done that shape. So it was really pretty. A lot of times my beadwork comes out, especially when I'm doing my own designs, comes out of somebody, comes out as, how I see somebody. Because, beading isn't really a ceremonial thing, but, it is believed that always have good thoughts, prayers, when you're beading, so your work comes out pretty. I didn't even bring my phone up. Doing these bracelets, I have to admit, has really helped with my with my arthritis. It really has. You wouldn't believe how much just doing beadwork helps somebody, when they have something like that wrong with them. And that even works in if you're, following somebody else's pattern. It really does. Your mindset. Oh my goodness. Kind of like a painter, isn't it? You have to be in a beautiful mindset. Or, if you're in a dark mindset when you bead, you'll know. I still have a habit of moving whenever I do this. Yeah, my hands are getting tired. They do get tired after. Because when you pull up through, you're also touching the blank. And that's usually on the side, on the opposites, because I did this side first, and this is the side that I'm going to be filling the blank because I tightened everything up. So don't forget, everybody, it'll be June 8th that I'll be bringing out, the beadwork that y'all haven't seen yet. And it'll be up for sale. And y'all know that I don't gouge on the prices of my beadwork. My hands. Tired. Come on. I might even do one of these cuff bracelets with the Hiawatha belt design. Might. Now it's really tight because I'm coming down to the last part of it. Like I said, you can feel it. You can really feel this. When you're coming down to the last bit, you can feel how tight it is. And then working that needle through. I love the outcome, though. And if you're wondering what kind of blanks I use the aluminum blank, but I also use copper blanks. It depends on what people ask for. But what I've been doing these on are the aluminum blanks. Aluminum blanks they're a lot easier. They really are a lot easier to deal with. they shape a lot easier for, my buyers. And I've not had any complaints yet. Copper, or not copper, my brass ones, they're a little harder to bend. Right here's where I always do a double. If I can get it through there. It's not going to let me go through. So when that happens, I pull this through. Then I go up underneath. And I come back up along this. Whoops, gotta watch what I'm doing. Okay, Peanut. Whoops, probably might work if I do through this one. There we go. There we go. Got it. And this is where I put one of my first knots. All I'm doing is retracing my stitch. And then my second knot. Oops, back through. Make sure you pull that up tight. Now I'm not going to go back through anything but under, if I can get it up underneath there. There we go. Try to come out through one of the stitches as close as you can to the stitch on the other side. And it's done. Whoa, I got myself, guys. Or is that my marker? Oh, that's my marker. I touched my marker over here. That's how it's sewed on, y'all. Nice, clean, and beautiful. No, you get curious about how I put my things together. Okay, well, they're doing some testing over here at the army base, so you know there might be. But I do want to show you guys something. I know a lot of people see wampum shell. A lot of people wonder what they're going to do with it. But those of us that bead, those of us that make jewelry. I did this just like I did the turquoise one. Look at how beautiful that turned out. And it is dark wampum shell. I love it. And I did these with Tohos and I have a lot of Tohos that I need to use up. So this is the thing about Tohos. They don't line up very well like a Miyuki, but it does give it an authentic, like classic look. I love it. But yes, and then of course, I put the heart chain on it. It's very beautiful. I'll be making a pair of matching earrings for it. I always make the big things first and then like dangly earrings I'll do later. Okay, here's one of my brass, and of course this is the aluminum. Look how easy that is to bend. And then I do that to the brass, it's a little harder. And then see, it didn't bend. But yes, I use both brass and aluminum. And I do tell people whenever they do special orders, do you want me to do it on aluminum or on brass? On aluminum, they are cheaper. On brass, they cost just a couple dollars more. But yes, my beautiful outcome. So with that, everybody, happy beading. Yeah, they are sloppy seconds to Miyuki's. I agree with that. Yes, not for weaving. But with that, happy beading, everybody. And, I always say creators' blessings. I love you. Thank you for coming. I've had a steady 5 to 4. But, this is a video that's going to be out there for a while. And maybe it'll help somebody, if they don't understand the technique of sewing it on. It's just like sewing on anything else. Um, if you know how to sew your appliques on, it's like doing something like that. But happy beading. I love you. Thank you for y'all being here. And don't forget, June 8th, I'll probably have another video by then. Y'all have a good day. Thank you, my love. I'll see you downstairs. Laters.